And welcome back to Capitol Review. From Capitol Hill to the Commonwealth, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin making a lot of headlines this year. Joining me now is our Northern Virginia Bureau Reporter Max Marcilla. Max, great to have you back in Capitol Review.
Always good to be with you, Chris.
Always great to have you. All right, so we'll start with the most recent developments coming out of the Commonwealth, and that really could play a big role, of course, next year as well. That's a proposed $2 billion sports and entertainment center by Monument Sports, potentially moving the Wizards and Caps out of D.C., of course, into Alexandria. Not a whole lot of details out right now, but of course, it does need to pass the General Assembly. Max, what's the early reception so far?
Very mixed, both from the people on the ground in Alexandria and from lawmakers. You have people like Senator Louise Lucas, who went on Twitter or X and put up a post basically saying there's no way she will support a stadium without funding for education. There are other senators, including Adam Ebbin, who said the Metro funding is a prerequisite for the project. It's a really big project that is going to take some work to make sure the General Assembly is on board. Of course, there are others who were at the announcement when Monumental Sports and Alexandria's mayor and the governor were all touting the project. So again, very mixed bag as for that stadium that you're seeing there, that arena and concert venue. The big question left is how to pay for it. Of course, we know the city would pay a little over $100 million, they say, from revenues brought in from the project. We also know that Virginia will form a stadium authority, but it's unclear the details of that right now. So those details need to get ironed out, and then some work will need to be done to convince any senators or delegates on the fence in what would be a huge win for the governor.
Yeah, not quite a slam dunk, still a lot more to go. And then next year, once the General Assembly convenes. All right, of course, that project, that was a big win, a massive win for the governor, Governor Youngkin. And I guess political, he needed it. You know, he lost, apparently lost FBI headquarters, it looks like, to Maryland. And of course, in November's election, Democrats won both House and the Senate. So what does this mean for the governor's short-term future politically and also long-term?
Well, the long-term is, we all talked about it so much, especially in the lead up to the election. Will he run for president? And doesn't appear that would be the case. He says his focus is on the Commonwealth, and especially after the Democrats took over the General Assembly, it really is a big chance for the governor to prove what he has said for a while, which is that he can compromise. One thing he brought up was repealing what he called the hated car tax, which many Virginians have told me have just gone up and is frustrating. But in order to do that, he says they might have to increase local sales taxes. So that's just one example of the way the governor, you know, he has some priorities, he has some things he wants to do, but with Democrats in control of both the House and the Senate, he will need to work those relationships, of course, many of which have been fractured over the first couple years of his tenure. So that's what the governor's in for in 2024, and it all stems back from a big win for Democrats in November, Chris, as you just mentioned.
Yeah, all right.